相关性的武器，要不然美方不提供，那么以色列对于伊朗的行动可能就会无疾而终，或者说呢，至少在短期内，他没办法完全的彻底清除伊朗的核势力哦。事实上，如果要打一场持久战，我们当然要知道，除了有坚强的军事实力以外，还得会有稳固的后勤体系。就好像乌克兰能够撑到今天，是因为过去有美国，那现在也有欧盟在背后来做支撑嘛。那国内的民心也算团结。那你说伊朗有没有能力哦，打一个长期的持久战哦？这俄罗斯看起来现在是自身难保，那中国看起来也不太愿意介入。周边很多国家对伊朗也是有敌视的哦，包括逊尼派跟什叶派的争执哦。这样的一个条件底下，其实很难有持久战的优势。所以很多人呢会认为以色列这一次算是一种外科手术，趁机把伊朗的高层都给清理掉，把这颗老是搞革命输出的脑袋给换掉。那这个国家呢就可以换上一个亲西方，就好像当时叙利亚内战以后形成一个新的格局哦，不会直接介入哦，但是呢就是你换一个新的人上来，我就打掉一个新的人，用这样的一个方式哦，慢慢的改变内部的政体哦。那以色列纳塔雅胡其实也宣称了，目前伊朗已经跨越了12年他在联合国所画下的红线，正在发展核武哦。所以至少以色列当前的态度哦，是让目前我们看到伊朗安装离心机的数量回到2016年的时候，那后续我们就要观察，因为的确在19年、20年以后，整个伊朗安装离心机的数量就是指数型的上升，在2025年已经突破了15000台，这也是以色列被迫采取行动的原因，这是他们的说法。那第二张图呢，是我们看到伊朗在浓缩铀库存结构的变化，在25年的上半年，低浓度的铀的库存激增到5508公斤，那中高浓度，也就是武器级门槛的浓缩铀是20%到60%左右，变动比较小。但是呢，你可以看得很明显啊，现在伊朗的确在过去几年当中是花了大量的资源在其中，后续我们就要更进一步去观察现在的地缘政治的紧张，最后伊朗的杀手锏哦，肯定也不是多射几枚飞弹，看起来大多数都能够被拦截嘛，就是荷姆兹海峡是否要采取海运出口的禁令，如果它一出口禁令，那原油价格就有更显著的拉升，要不然现在仍然处于市场担心地缘政治的提前反应而已啊。事实上，如果我们仔细观察，目前如果观察布兰特原油在近月的价外选择权的隐含波动率，在25年的5月，其实已经有开始显著的波动，到6月整个直线上升，特别是价外的买权，就深蓝线，隐含波动率已经突破了3年来的新高，这也显示着市场上对于油价大幅上行的避险需求急剧的增高。相对的，价外卖权，我们看浅蓝色线哦，波动率虽然也上升，不过涨幅就比较温和，这也说明着市场的情绪是从防跌变成防涨，投资人更害怕的是油价的暴冲，而并不是短期内突然又下跌了。所以投资人可能预估油价会在这样一段时间盘一阵子，那最好要做好避险哦。那长期随着地缘政治的消耗，当然还是会回到供给和需求的平衡。当然我们也要了解因为川普当前的核心逻辑是伊朗是绝对不能够有核武的。随着伊朗核协议多数条款在25年的10月份到期本来是有新一轮的谈判迫在眉睫，不过呢，看起来现在也没有谈判的问题如果美军真的要顺势介入的话，就是要改变整个伊朗内部的政治环境。那么后续我们要观察的重点，第一是否是提供更多的军事武器，而并不是出动地面部队。那第二点呢
？What happened to marriage? Uh-oh, DEI in my womanhood? Say it ain't so, chat.
I have a question for the men. Do you guys still want to get married?
I feel like my chat can answer that very well. Yeah, a lot of people want to get married. No, not really. No, it's scary. We're still married. No. Oh, okay. All right. I thought you guys would actually answer it with a yes. Marriage is a scam? No, it's not. You get your taxes cut. Yes, if I can do it safely without losing half my shit. Okay. All right, kings. All right. I'm learning here. I'm just listening to chat.
I think what you're asking is, do you want to be married? And I think that a lot of men would say, yes, I do want a partner to spend my life with. But when you say, do you want to get married? I'm not sure if you're keeping in mind all these extra steps that come before and the possible ones after. Here's a guy living in a
Oh, this is the divorce thing where she's getting plowed by a bunch of men. She has all the money.
cardboard box with his ex-wife in his house with other men. You have to keep in mind that happens with roughly 1/3 of new marriages, and that's only for
sucks,
the
bro.
men who have the opportunity to get married, which is contingent upon a bunch of steps that have changed quite a bit over the years. So in order to get married, you have to date, and in order to date, you have to work and make
Have a
money.
job,
And in
uh-huh.
order to work and make money, you have to go to school. And men have been facing a lot of new difficulties in
True. I read a statistic that men, because they're more. So my mom's a teacher and she's taught in like different schools in different areas. You know, poor schools, you know, like middle class, and then like there's like actual private schools that she had to like substitute teach. She said that no matter what class of person a boy comes from, it doesn't matter because it's harder for men to focus because they're different. There's a different way of teaching, and women, like girls, they're more complacent and easier to control, if that makes sense. Yeah. We want to be paid more than men while expecting their future husbands doing more than them. Like, what do you want us to do? Explode. They want you to explode and die. Boys prefer practical lessons. It's hard. Oh, yeah. Women are more agreeable even at a younger age. So it's more difficult to teach a classroom full of rowdy kids. Of rowdy men. Sorry, I should clarify. Like, rowdy kids in general is tough, but like rowdy boys, it's even more difficult. They're more active. Surprisingly, they yap more. They're harder to control and tell them to stop because girls want to fit in. Boys will do whatever they want.
new difficulties in all of these areas over the last few decades. So, do I
Yeah,
want to
they're
have a
naughty.
partner? Yes. But do I
By the way, I'm not saying that it's wrong. I don't think it's wrong for boys to be different from girls in that regard for school teaching. I just think that teachers don't have the capacity nor like the resources to deal with that kind of like environment for teaching. It's difficult. It's definitely difficult. It's not really the teacher's fault. It's more like a school system fault.
So, do I want to have
Yeah.
a partner? Yes. But do I want to go through all of this again? Not right now.
No.
So, you want to get married, you have to date, you want to date, you have to work, you want to work, you have to go to school. This is where a lot of male problems begin. I'm not saying that schoolgirls have it easy, but the last few decades, schoolboys have been treated like they are defective. In 3rd grade, I
So
used
my brother is older than me. Maybe he's like around about the age of the guy narrating. He definitely had a hard time in school. He's really smart, but he was one of those kids that just like boys just tend to goof off more. They think school's boring because they already get everything.
to finish my work before the other kids, and I would get up and move around, and they told me that was not okay, so they medicated me. When
But yeah, which is really bad. Ritalin kills your drive.
I got a little older, the other boys would start fights, and I went to the authorities to do the right thing, and they punished both of us. So then I took matters
What? They punished you both? Nah, that's fucked.
into my own hands, and they punished just me because of these policies. They don't let boys just fight it out anymore. Those types of policies are not setting young boys up for success. They punish
Nah, that's dumb, dude. What happened to me? Are you guys serious? When my brother got into trouble, everyone got into trouble. Even if you're the one being bullied, everyone got into trouble. Yeah, like not just if you snatched or if you snitched on someone. Yeah, my brother got into fights. Like actual school fights, like school bully fights. Yeah, everyone got detention. If you report someone bullying you, both get punished, or take you into your hands, you get alone, you get punished. That's dumb. Why is snitching bad? What? If you defend yourself, you get punished? That's dumb as fuck. I think that's stupid. I would change that if I had the power. That's So stupid.
The way that we natively look at the world. It definitely messed me up a little, and that was 30 years ago, and I have no idea what's going on now. When we get older and go to college,
like my brother's
there
age,
are
huh?
all kinds of things in place to help girls that are not available for boys, and they say that it's there to correct problems, but I don't think those problems exist anymore. So as we are accumulating what we need to succeed in life, boys are getting less of a head start than they used to, which is, I think, one of the contributing reasons for why they say men they have Peter Pan syndrome and they never grow up. I think it starts here. When we get into the workplace,
Well, yeah, when you start medicating them at age like 12, like, yeah, it kind of makes sense, huh?
there are similar programs that benefit women and not
Oh,
men.
he's talking about the thing that people hate talking about. Yeah, oh, that's so crazy. Wow, DEI in like actual real life circumstances, not just video games? That's... I can't believe this, man. Women in tech? You know, it's funny, I was supposed to go to one and I just refused because I didn't want to. Yeah, they selected me at school against my will to like be in like a tech forward like class or something to like put me into college. Like I don't even remember, man. I'm not gonna lie. I think it started when I was like 15 because they realized I was excelling in science and I was okay at math and like I was really good at English and history and studies and whatever. But they pushed for it and I said I don't want to be in it, and I had to beg my parents to be like, hey, I don't want to do this. I want to do it at my own pace. I don't really want to fucking do this shit. And they were like, okay, fine. So yeah, like for me personally, I just did not care for it. I'm sure that other girls in my class just went with it.
Not men. And that's an issue
I didn't
because
ask for
women
it.
want to make equal money to men, but then they also want men to make more and support them, and you can't have both. Additionally, the culture has become very inhospitable towards men, and again, the way that men communicate
I hate men.
and behave. And I don't know if you've noticed, but the economy is getting pretty bad, and even though that affects everybody, men are the ones who are expected to pay. So this puts us at an increasing disadvantage comparative to women as we age. Then when we get out into the dating world, if you don't have any money, that's
Pay for everything. I put makeup on my face and like, oh my god, I had to like put my child, I'm a single mom by the way, and like I had to hire a babysitter, so like you have to pay for that. Ugh. Okay, so I had my nails done for the day as well. Oh my god. And then like, oh, you should pay for the dinner as well. No one told you to put makeup on. I know, it's like nobody forced you to put fucking makeup on. By the way, this is not me. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, these single moms are crazy. Again, and I have to reiterate this, I'm not saying all single moms are like this. There are nice single moms that like will say, hey, I'm putting my kid first. Can we do maybe like a date that's like more ease of access, or let's go out for an hour so I don't worry about my child being at home alone sleeping, that kind of thing. I just don't think it's very common, and I think the expectation when you're like a single mom is that you're somehow higher even though you're attached with a child, and that's like a burden in itself. And I think that goes the same if not worse for single dads as well, like having to take care of a kid and then trying to jump into the dating scene or whatever.
gonna be a problem. If you can't compete on the dating apps, which most men cannot, that's gonna be a problem. If you're not
Yeah,
okay with her
true.
having an OnlyFans or an Instagram or whatever, it's gonna take some women off the table because they have
I need my Instagram so I can have a slew of suitors that are ready for me. If you start acting up, bitch. You start acting up, I'm gonna go back to Instagram DMs and, blah, 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 blah.
so much attention. So a lot of men are playing catch up at this point in life when that didn't used to be the case. So our parents and grandparents did not have any of these problems. They just sort of grew up, got jobs, and married whoever was nearby. Have you ever thought of it like, would your mother have married your father if she had Tinder? Would she have chosen?
I don't know. I've never thought about my parents in that way. I'm not gonna lie. I can't answer that. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie.
In him. There's stuff going on in these phases of life for us that would have been unheard of even one generation ago. I once had a job where I worked with a girl. We had the same job. I had more experience. So. We had layoffs, and later she matched with me on Bumble and came to hook up. And
Bumble, ooh.
I said, "Would you like to continue doing this?" And she told me that I didn't have my life together enough. We were living in the same place, in the same job market, and we came from the same job, and I had more experience. And she was getting $120K a year to do some like women's leadership job or something. And I was,
holy shit, what? You're lying, shut up. 100, yo, maybe DEI isn't so bad. No, I'm kidding. Jesus Christ, 120K for leadership? What? Yo, chat, you should start identifying as a woman. Get that leadership job. It's 120K.
Driving for
That's
Uber.
A lot.
So, you know, I think a lot of people are really underestimating how much easier this makes things. So then if you can actually get to this point, you as a man, you have to take everything that you've managed to put together over the course of your life and put it all on the table for someone who is probably not doing the same. Even though women are not having a hard time in the workplace, men are still generally expected to provide, while women generally keep more of their money for themselves. We've all heard, my money is my money, his money is my money.
Well, yeah, because previously, culturally, people would be in a relationship and, you know, the mother hen stays at home and guards the eggs, and she doesn't make any money, but the eggs are guarded and safe and warm underneath her, and they're doing great, you know? Like, and now it's like a 50-50. Hell yeah, I told my girl, get your own bag. Yeah, and then she goes and yells at you because she's tired and doesn't want to suck your dick. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, man. She's coming home from her 9 to 5, getting that bag, and then you're like, honey, I had a really long, hard day at work. Lifting up bricks and building construction. Can I get some help? Do you want to have sex? And she's like, no, I took care of the kids and I also worked and I'm really tired. She's rightfully tired because she worked as well, a 9 to 5, but it's like, it's, you know, she better get to sucking. Nope, she's gonna get upset, and you're gonna have to go take care of business with your hand.
Found this great little video about that.
But I just have a quick question. My husband won't see all of my accounts, right? I have like 8 different bank accounts, but my husband only knows about 2 of them. I've just been
what?
Secretly saving for years in case I ever need to. No.
Excuse me? Yo, what? Oh, secret account? Look, if you're like 6 times divorced, I understand. Like, maybe you're being weird, but like, what?
Say no more. I don't need to see those statements. So as far as I'm concerned, they don't exist.
Yeah, so I don't love the idea that my wife might be hiding money.
Yeah, isn't that illegal? Some shit is illegal. I'm like, what the what? I thought you can't do that. I don't know. I fucking don't know. I'm not a lawyer. In some places,
of course, I'm not allowed to do that. All of my money has to be on the table, and there's about a 1/3 chance that you're going to be taking it to party with other dudes in the house that I bought for you. Divorce laws have changed too. You used to need a really good reason to get divorced, but now it can happen just because someone is not happy. They even write songs about it. Check this out. I have to
Oh my god, I'm gonna have an aneurysm. What the frick?
mute it for copyright. I'll read it to you. Might be the only guy who didn't send me hearted eyes in reply to my latest story. We work well on paper, we don't argue, we don't fight, but lighting scented candles just won't relight up our fire. And right there she goes, ah. It ain't that bad. It's just not what I wanted. Don't want to live this life half-hearted. Hang on, here it comes.
And then she silently farted. Oh no. I just sharted.
I want fireworks and flames. Don't want safe, tame, practical. That ain't enough. That ain't love. This is the squircle.
Oh my god, these women are so dumb. To get a spark when you're married is like a thing that has to happen on your terms. You jumping from dick to dick, even though you're married and you're happy. They want excitement. Yeah, the honeymoon phase when you're porking like 15 times a day. Bitch, that's not gonna happen again. You have to go like on an actual honeymoon. Yeah. You want violence? Apparently that's what they want. It ain't love. I don't feel like you could leave me at every moment. I fucking love women. Hell yeah. Was this stuff I can't relate to? I got lucky at my wife in 2007. I was 15. I've been happily married for 9 years. I would hope she's 15 too. Happy for you, King. Happy. Turns out girl Coomer brains are a billion times worse than guy Coomers. I don't even know what to say to that because I can't relate. Like, I think it's like a need for like excitement constantly. I think they're bad in different ways. Yeah, I don't think they're worse. It's just that women have emotional gooning where they have to read like novels to like, you know, novels about like, you know, kidnappers kidnapping a woman and then, you know, porking her brains out and they get excited, right? The butterflies. Men see a tight ass in a porno and they're like, oh shit, man, I want to go pork my wife. And then their wife says no. they say, hey, honey, do you wanna get frisky? And they're like, no, I'm really tired. I don't want to do it. No pork chops tonight. Oh yeah, the monster fucker books, man. If they're constantly in the exciting honeymoon stage, they don't have time to think about their lack of father figure. Holy shit! What? Whoa, you just burnt them to a crisp! I didn't say that. That was a mod.
Of unconsciousness. It represents how people don't know how relationships work, and so they think the relationship is going to go like this, and then it turns a corner. I think she's at the dissatisfied part. You can't have everything is exciting all the time. Good choice.
I just think it's like a low emotional IQ. I'm sorry.